tell you a really funny story. One of my convertibles that we're gonna see, I'm restoring right now. I sold it when my son was 1 year old. Now he came home from the hospital in that car. Okay. And when he was 1, I thought I needed a Cadillac. And so I sold the convertible, the 72 Le Mans Sport convertible, sold it. And this guy Randy bought it from me. And 27 years later, my son was 27 years old. And I sent him to the guy's house. He found me and called me up and said, "You want your rag top back?"
Wow.
And I said, "I do." And I sent him the money and license plate and money to my son. My son lived on Long Island. I lived in Pennsylvania. And my son went to the guy's house, got the car up and running again, and it was in his backyard, no less, for 27 years.
That is cool.
And so it's rusty, but it's mine.
Right.
I got it back, and
awesome.
My son drove it all the way from Long Island to Pennsylvania.
Wow.
Yeah, after sitting that long.
And this is what we're getting ready to see.
We're gonna see that car, and we're gonna see another car that I'm building right now, and then I have a car in a trailer that is another old high school car.
That's awesome, man.
And yeah.
When did you first start tinkering with cars? How old were you?
Oh my God! So the funny story is, if my dad was alive, he'd tell you the story. But I was about 10 or 12 years old, and I started my own bicycle repair business.
Wow!
In Brooklyn, and I had a customer that wanted to buy this 12-speed bicycle that I was building, and I had to deliver it the next day, you know. But of course, parents tell you got to go to sleep. You know, it's 10 o'clock at night. Go to bed. And I snuck that bike into my bedroom, and under the covers, I had my hands sticking out, and I'm working on the derailleur of the gears. I was having problems with the gears on it. And I was working on the gears. My dad comes, he goes, "What are you doing?" And my hands are all greasy from here to here, you know. And I'm working, and I got the bike all finished up, and I sold it to my my teacher.
That's when you first found out you were mechanically inclined. That's awesome.
You know, it's been in my blood.
Well, cool. I'm looking forward to seeing you.
Yeah, this is gonna be fun.
All right, so that we keep the private. Okay, so that we keep his location private here, and you don't get a bunch of people coming to the door saying, "Hey, I want to look at your cars." We're not going to show the address, but this is his garage. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4 here doors, a swimming pool, and a boat. Oh, and it's deep too. Look how deep this is.
64 GTO underneath the cover. We can get a little picture of that.
Okay.
That's just a car that's going to be restored one day. But it's kind of neat to see it in
its original barn-worthy, whatever.
Its habitat.
Wow. That is cool. What year?
64 GTO.
Pontiac. Look at that. That is fresh, baby.
Fresh. Barn fresh.
That is fresh. Let me get the other side. Look. Ram air, or are those just...
No, those are just, you know, the scoops that they started with in 64. And then I'll show you what they turned into.
Okay.
But this is the beginning of the muscle car.
This is the beginning of the muscle car.
This is the godfather of muscle cars.
Okay.
And inside this trailer, I'm not going to show it to you,
okay.
But there's a 67 GTO.
Maybe it's open, huh?
Oh, it's open enough to see that there is a... Whoops, sorry.
Oh, wow, look at that.
There's a 67 GTO in here. Wow. Yeah, you can't really see it.
Yeah.
But it's a convertible, it's a 4-speed, and I've had it for 30 years. And I've been collecting NOS parts for this, and that's what this trailer is. Just this car and just NOS parts to build this
Storage,
car.
Right, yeah.
And I will build this car one day. This will be
awesome.
my last convertible.
I'm excited to see what's in the door
And that
here.
is just eBay parts. I sell eBay parts.
Oh, do you?
And so I have that filled with Pontiac parts, and I have a big following of parts that I sell.
Really?
Yeah. So.
That's cool.
It might be a sickness. My wife says it's a sickness, so it might be a sickness. I'm not.
There are worse sicknesses to have, right?
Yeah. All right. So this is where the cars are.
Look at the Firebirds
So this,
there.
I'll show you the first one. This is the last of the GTOs. So I showed you the first year of the GTO.
Right.
This is the last of the GTOs. This is a 2006.
And that's what it's turned into. The
black on black. This is the last of the scoops. This is 2006, and it's got 20,000 miles on it. I
what
bought
size
it brand
motor?
new. 6.0.
Wow.
Yeah, 400 horsepower.
Wow.
And it's a 6-speed, and I don't drive it very much. I keep it kind of just protected.
Right. I don't
over the
blame
years. And then this is a 71 hood. This is what the scoop's actually turned into.
you. Okay.
And then there's a 67 Firebird
Absolutely.
that I'm putting a brand new engine, the original engine, back in it. And
Rebuilding
I'm
putting
rebuilding it back in.
yeah. And all the parts for it right there, transmission and
Yeah,
everything.
transmission, motor.
That's cool. You got them set right here where they're gonna go.
Yep. And then that's an air-conditioned power window car. Pretty nice car out of California. We've had it for a while, and I'm finally putting it together.
Right.
This is a 69 Firebird.
That is gorgeous, man.
404 speed. I restored it from the ground up. And the one, let's see, you can keep looking at that one first.
That is gorgeous. What a beautiful car, Dave.
So right now, Nick is doing the interior for me.
Right?
So he has the seats over at the upholstery place that we work, and he's redoing the seats for me.
Right.
And then he's also doing the seats on the 71 GTO 455 HO car.
Wow.
And this is one of 525 cars out there.
Wow.
And it's a 71, and it's Lucerne blue, black interior.
Gorgeous.
And I'm putting it together right now. And if you can get a shot of the frame, that
Sure.
really,
Let me work
that
my
really
way
tells
around.
you. Let's see here. Let's see. Does that help you, or no? It's not plugged in. Let's see
What
here.
are we looking at?
Look at the frame. Let's see
Okay.
if I can get some power. We have power.
What am I looking at?
The frame of the car.
Okay.
Let's see.
Look at that.
If you look at the whole underneath of this car, it's really documented correct.
Wow.
Yeah, you can see the detail that has gone into the framework on this car,
That's amazing.
and the floors, and just all the parts and all the moving pieces. It's pretty intense. You know, same thing with this car. This is a frame off also, and it's just unbelievable underneath. Wow. And then we can move on over to the
Yeah.
to the other cars.
Let me turn this light out. Uh-oh. Man cave here.
It's,
Wow. Look at that.
so that one up there is my high school car. That one's my 72 Le Mans Sport convertible.
Can I walk down
Yeah.
the side there?
And you can see the frame again is all detailed.
Look at how...
The
wow.
motor is all detailed out. It's a 468 cubic inch Pontiac with a Muncie M22 transmission and a 12-volt capacitor.
And look
with,
how clean the frame is, dude. Look at that.
It's all powder coated, and
Wow.
it's waiting for the restoration. You know, the body is rough, but
But this is
how it's done.
what everybody's looking for, man.
Yeah. And then this one underneath here is a really rare car. There's 17 of these in the world. And it's a 71 GT37, 455, 4-speed bench seat, 12-volt posi.
Wow.
So this is a pretty rare car. This hasn't seen the sunlight in many, many, many years. The bodywork is all done, and I stopped. I'm at the point now where I have to gotta do some more work to it to get the body off and do the frame and make the frame look like these, you know.
That is so cool.
But
This
the
is
body's
really-
done. There's new quarters, NOS fenders, NOS nose, NOS valance. Just, I've been buying NOS parts for 30 years, and this is the result of what it's going to turn into. And so
Absolutely.
these cars are going to look like these cars.
Yeah.
You know? So what do we have? We have 2, 4, 5, 6. I showed you the 7th one out
7, 8.
there.
Yeah.
8 is in the trailer.
Yeah.
And then 9 is a 68 Firebird convertible 4-speed that is being painted by us at Nick's. And you haven't seen it because it hasn't been delivered back to the shop.
Okay.
But we have the interior and the new convertible top for it, and that motor. I got confused there for a second. This is the motor that's going into the 68 Firebird, and it's all rebuilt, ready to rock and roll. It is a Ram Air 3. It's not the original motor. I decided I wasn't going to have all of them always being original. I want to have some fun.
Sure.
So I built a little Ram Air 3 400 horsepower Pontiac motor that's going into a brand new transmission, Muncie, and it's going to be a fun car. So that's so what did I say that was? That was 9?
9.
9. All right, 9.
Man.
9. All right.
That has been the coolest thing.
Yeah, and you know, my car collection has actually dwindled a little bit.
Really?
I had to sell some things, you know, and it's a shame because I really would like to have more of them.
I believe your wife's right. It's a sickness.
It is a sickness. Anyway, this is the hood that goes to that convertible, so you can see that it's got this ram air looking, open scooped type of operation. And I think I have enough intake manifolds.
Yes, you do.
Again, this is just a small portion of my collection of parts. I have a warehouse also that I rent.
All right, Dave. So I appreciate, man. This has been a great little tour of your place here. This is great.
This is where I am.
From now on, I'm gonna start calling you Captain Pontiac. How about that?
Captain Pontiac.
Captain Pontiac. There we go. Thanks, buddy.
All right. Very good.